Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Buster Show. Our very special guest on today's episode, Daniel.
Hey, what's up, Buster? Thanks for having me, man. I'm hyped to be here. Can we curse on this?
Yeah, we can curse a little bit.
Cool. Heck yeah.
There you go. That's that savage life.
Savagery, bro.
Speaking of savagery, how did some of the freestyle soccer stunts in New York?
Damn, you went straight into it like that? Just straight in?
I dove head first.
All right.
Head first on the concrete.
All right, cool. So you're just like, first question. What are your views on the politics in North Korea?
What are your views on who's going to become president in 2020?
Yes, I mean, you're going to be president. Buster 2020, no hesitation. But what was the question? How about the pranks, the savage pranks?
How did how did your soccer freestyling go from straight up soccer freestyling and competing to doing stunts on the street?
Got you. Good question. So basically, I was just doing competitions and tournaments in freestyle soccer. So for anyone watching and listening who doesn't know, freestyle soccer is basically just doing crazy tricks with soccer balls, kind of like Harlem Globetrotters version, like soccer version, right? So you're just doing like all these stunts and tricks. And I competed at a high level internationally, Red Bull competitions, all that stuff. I was ranked number 2 in the whole world at one point. Yeah, it's crazy. So the Japanese dude beat me, so that doesn't count. It's like Asia level, ninja shit. So basically I was number 1. But shout out to Kura. But yeah, so I just started getting more into the kind of videos and like social media stuff, because a lot of the other freestylers or players in that world were very like serious and focused on the sports side. But I always like to just do funny stuff. Like I would get on stage at tournaments and just be like, you know what? I don't care if I win or lose. I just want to have like the swaggest outfit. I would just show up like head to toe, like bathing ape.
Gucci
like,
down.
Yeah, just like I would wear like Gucci like sunglasses on and just like throw them into the crowd and shit. Like just like dumb. They were fake Gucci sunglasses. I wouldn't waste that much actual money in real life. But
$13 drop shipped from China.
$10 Canal Street, like bargained down to like $5. But yeah, so I just started getting into the social media side, bro, and just started doing videos because I thought it was funny, and thankfully, people were rocking with it, and yeah, just kept going.
I love that. Speaking of fake Gucci.
Yes, sir.
We went to the All-Star game together.
Yeah.
We were sitting about 10 rows back. We were sitting the row in front of Steph Curry's family.
Insane. Yeah, you hooked it up with those tickets, man. And 15 Seconds of Fame. Shout out to them.
Shout out 15 Seconds of Fame. But we got a couple shirts at that game.
Yes.
We then put on those shirts, and you were previously wearing a Gucci shirt.
Yeah, I was wearing this fake-ass Gucci shirt.
You left the Gucci shirt underneath the chair, and this very, very nice woman who was sitting beside us thought it was real. So somehow found our contact information, emailed us, and then mailed me your shirt and the hat that I left. That was like $15.
So you didn't even see it. She saw it and mailed it to you, like mailed in a box, like mailed it.
Mailed.
That is crazy, man.
The shipping probably cost more than the shirt.
100%. So the story about that shirt is that whole day at All-Star Weekend, I was doing stuff with Puma down there, soccer stuff, and I was like, just had to do a bunch of performances. So I was kind of sweating all day and stuff. And that shirt was just getting sweatier and dirtier and everything. And then this fucking dude right here hits me up like an hour before the All-Star game. Because I didn't have tickets for the actual game. I was doing activations and stuff. He's like, yo, you still want to go to the game? And I'm like, yeah. Like, and he just like, all right, let's go. And he's like, all right, cool. Meet me at the stadium in like 45 minutes. And I'm like, shit, like I don't have time to go back to my hotel to do shower, nothing. So I'm like, bro, I'm about to go to like, this dude got us like $10,000 tickets or some crazy shit. We're literally in like the VIP, like, first like 5 or 6 rows or whatever. And I'm there with like a sweaty, sweatpants, like the sweaty fake Gucci shirt and everything. So before the end of the game, I wanted to go to the after party right after. It was a Puma after party. We went to it. Man. And I was like, I'm not going to, this is too sweaty and it smells bad. I don't want to talk to girls wearing this shit. So I went to the club, like the souvenir store in the stadium, and bought the only shirt that was there in like the third quarter. It was like a $50 shirt that said like NBA All-Star Game. And on the back, I'm not even kidding you, it says like grandma number 100.
I thought when I first saw you come back with that, I thought you were, doing the classic influencer move, get the most ridiculous thing in the store. But
nah, it was like the only thing they had. I just wanted something cool, but that's the only thing they had. It said grandma on the back. And like people are like, oh, that's interesting. What is it, dedicated to your grandma? I was like, nope, just the only shirt they had. But so yeah, that's kind of crazy. Shout out to that lady though. She was nice.
Yeah, that was amazing. And then you mentioned that after party.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle.
man.
So we were sitting in our seats and you saw him walk in front. And that game in and itself, apart from that, obviously, was one of the craziest things because every celebrity in the world was there.
It's insane.
Everybody.
I've never seen that many celebrities like in the same place. It's like, it was hard to even know who's the most famous person. It was just literally like all the A-list people.
Everybody.
Like, yeah.
And that exclusively. And the other people that were there were heads of companies and
it's very
investors and related to the athletes and family. Steph Curry's family, including Seth, who had participated in the 3-point contest the night before, they were literally sitting behind us.
Yeah, it was nuts, man. It was crazy. But yeah, R.I.P. Nipsey. That was crazy. Yeah, I mean, he walked right past us. Like, I think we like I shook his hand. At least I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be at the Puma thing later," because he was performing there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no doubt. Like, cool, see you there." I was like, just kind of it's so surreal. And he performed that night. It was really good, like as I expected. But yeah, it's pretty crazy, man.
2 months ago.
Yeah, it's nuts. Crazy how things change like that.
He was wearing a full like purple tracksuit.
Yeah, he was.
And you saw him walking by, like, yo, that's Nipsey Hussle. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
I think it is. Out. And then I got to say something real quick to him. I said, great show afterwards. And like, oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah, he seemed like a super, super genuine person.
So. Interacted with everybody you could. Everybody.
Pretty much. What are you saying to do in general? Oh, he interacted with everyone he could. Everybody. Yeah. He seemed like that. He seemed like a very open, positive person. So, yeah, man. It's just fucked up, honestly.
Crazy. Because I know what I like about you in contrast to most influencers is most influencers do what they do for the sake of social media, whereas you were doing it before social media was around.
Right.
What made you decide you wanted to start on social media?
Because thanks, first of all. That's really nice of you to say. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, I think I like communicating with people. Like, I love talking to people. I love meeting people. I love trying to like make people laugh or like, entertain people in whatever type of way it is, even if it's like I'm the butt of the joke, like it's like self-deprecating. I don't take myself too serious. So when things started going, I mean, I always had a YouTube channel, since I was like a young teenager or whatever, just putting up soccer videos. Then the next thing was like, Facebook. Then there was like Twitter. Then there was Vine. Then there was whatever. Snapchat. So I'd always just be on everything just for fun. Like literally just making funny videos for like the 100 other like freestyle soccer players who are like in my kind of friend circles, like for everyone to find funny, not for like hundreds, thousands, literally just like, oh, I hope my friends think this is funny, like inside jokes about freestyle soccer, like real nerdy shit. Like
what is an inside joke about freestyle soccer?
Like maybe like, different countries in freestyle soccer have totally different like clothing styles. Like Japanese dudes always wear like jeans and like they wear like legit like streetwear, whereas if you go to Russia, everyone just wears like super like Olympic athlete like short shorts, and they just do it's like all these different cultures, and you can kind of just make fun of different freestylers or like I used to do parodies of my friends, like the way they would do tricks. You see like those basketball influencer or whatever, like you probably done stuff like that too, where you make fun of like
Max beat out all that.
They make fun of the way a certain player moves. Like I would do that with freestyle and just do it and be like, yo guys, guess who this is, whatever. So yeah, it's just natural transition. And then as Instagram started getting more popular, I was just somehow gaining popularity on the app by just making videos. And that's what I always tell people is like, I started on Instagram in 2012. Didn't really start taking it, like I wasn't really trying to grow it until maybe like 2016. That's when 2016, I was like, okay, I think I had like 50K or 40K or something. And I was like, all right, 2016, I was like, all right, man, let me like focus on this. Let me try to, grow these numbers. But at the start, man, it was just like literally just for fun. So, but yeah, I think you just got to stay consistent. A lot of people give up after a year, 2 years, 3 years. But the key is what you said. If you do it for social media,
it's not going to work.
It's not going to work because like you love basketball. I can tell listening to your live streams or listening to you talk about basketball. You love it. You love the stats. You love talking about new players, upcoming players, like you love it. So of course, if someone else just comes in and like, oh, I'm going to do a basketball page on Instagram because I want to have followers. The second it's not going in their favor, they're just going to crumble because they don't really love the underlying thing. So,
it's not going to go in their favor whatsoever from the get.
Yeah. And people will be able to tell. People are genuine. Like people are our human radar for like who's bullshitting is like pretty high.
Yeah.
Like people can tell, like if I didn't like soccer, people will be able to tell. If you didn't like basketball, people will be able to tell.
Authenticity on social media is getting more and more valuable as the years go on, not less.
Yeah.
That's why there are no pranksters really killing the game on YouTube anymore.
Right.
Because authenticity plays.
Yeah, true. People want to see just like regular shit, like relatable stuff now. And I think the pranks got played out. People know a lot of pranks are fake and shit. Even a lot of my videos that went popular, like a ton of them are staged, you know? But it's like
staged and fake involving people are two different things, right? Because if you're doing a soccer trick, you have to do the trick unless it's CGI'd, which neither of us have the money to do so.
Right.
You know, that's for movies.
Speak for yourself, bro.
And I was just being...
he's richer than me, guys. He's way richer than me. All right.
I was just being nice. You know, whereas these pranksters, they are telling people, these are paid actors that are fake kissing somebody or fake
gold digger chick or whatever. Yeah, those so played out
about it.
So
but some of them got hundreds of millions of views.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's in a way, it's almost sad how predictable like people still are. Like, you know, with a certain title and the certain caption, certain thumbnail on YouTube or on Instagram, like, I always tell this to people. I'm always like, if your video has a girl in it who's attractive, make that the thumbnail. Like, yeah, bro. I tell that to my friends all the time. Like,
if she's in the video,
of course,
she better be in the video.
You make that if she's in the video. Like,
the thumbnail of this podcast is just gonna be some random girl. We're gonna Google search. Don't know what's gonna come up.
Yeah, just put her in thumbnail. Yeah, no, but for real, I mean, it really is like, if you put a girl in a thumbnail, like it does more views. There's other things too. If you put like, so a lot of the things I was doing with the soccer public shit, like maybe me and my friend would like somehow we would end up like in a kind of like a street brawl, like literally not like throwing punches, but kind of grabbing. Like I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna like, you know, break your ankles. With soccer version, it's called a nutmeg. You put it through the person's legs, run around, and then like after I do that, you get mad at me, like throw me on the ground. But we would do it in the middle of Times Square. So like between me and them, it's like staged. And then my other friend will be filming, but like all the people around, like they have no idea it's staged. So like in a way, it's still kind of real. It's still risky because, you know, I would do shit. I did this one kicking a soccer ball off a building. Like it got like 2 million views just on my feed in like one day. It just went crazy viral. But I was just
Instagram.
Yeah, I was just smacking the soccer ball off this like glass building, all glass. Like, but I knew the glass was really thick, so it wouldn't break it. I'm just smacking this ball, it would rebound, and I would control it, smack it back. I was playing like wall ball, but without letting it drop. And shit like that.
Were there people on the street?
Yeah, loads of people. I almost hit someone at the end by accident. This guy and his girlfriend on the last shot, because I was just looking up at the wall and I miskicked it and it went low. Almost hit them. They legit have to duck if you go on my Instagram. And I got real nervous right at the end, and I didn't know what to say, so I was just like, I looked back to the camera and I was like, yo, let's give it up for the reflexes, man. They killed it with those reflexes. And I didn't know what to say because I thought her boyfriend was going to just come and like try to fight me. So I was trying to like diffuse it. But yeah, sometimes when you film stuff, like, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
You can plan everything you want, but sometimes things will just happen that are like unplannable, that are good as well. Like
good,
you can't bad anywhere. Sometimes something will happen, or someone in the back of your video will have the craziest reaction that you couldn't even plan that they're going to walk past. And that'll be like the main point that everyone comments about. Like, yo, you see that dude behind them at this time frame, whatever. So I think you just got to get out there and just record as much as possible if you're trying to make it on social media.
I completely agree, especially if you're doing things that are sports related or general content that is, replicatable. Mm-hmm. Anything that you can do over and over again with different variations, you will win. The people that win are the people that find something that works and then do 100 different variations of that always want people wanting more or doing more.
Yeah.
Gary's a great example. Certain YouTubers, like let's say Mr. Beast is a great example, who will do a board game life size and then do 5 different board games.
Right. Or like last person to like leave this circle gets 10 grand, but then it's just like last person to fill in the blank gets 10 grand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those are the people that win. And I think for soccer, you've been able to figure that out, and I've been working on it from a basketball standpoint. And I think, the people that really win are the people that find what they're passionate about, good at, and then can scale.
I like that, man. That's cool as hell. It's true. You gotta be passionate and you gotta be good. But sometimes it's okay if you're just passionate at the start. You might not be that good. Much more important. But and then you'll get good, even if you think you're good at the time, and you look back in 5 years and you're like, damn, I was trash. Like I was so bad. But yeah, I think as long as you got the passion, just jump in and just start.
Yeah, man. That's how I feel. And I'm sure you feel the same way. When I started broadcasting on radio and way back in like Facebook Live when they first launched it, I had braces, more acne than I have now, people were, and I was 13, 14 years old talking about the NBA. Average audience was age 30 because I was promoting it in like Facebook groups of, sports fans.
Holy shit.
Could you imagine?
Were you just getting roasted?
Annihilated.
That's good though, right? Because now you got thick skin.
It doesn't get any worse than that.
Exactly. You had to like go through the fire. Like that's so, how important do you think that is to people? Because people get real emotional and offended by comments. And like if you do,
that's nothing.
You're gonna, what do you like? You can't like be affected by the comments or you won't be able to even function every day.
If you can't be if you're affected too much by the comments, let me put it this way. Then when somebody comes up to your broadcast booth and tells you that you mispronounced their daughter's name and they're pissed at you.
Oh my God.
Which has happened to me before. One time I had to say the cheerleaders' names because it was like senior cheer night or whatever for the Friday night football game back in high school. And I mispronounced apparently, or my co-broadcaster did. One of us mispronounced one of the cheerleaders' names and an angry mom came up. That is an Instagram comment in real life.
That's like real life.
That's real life. Yeah. So if you can't handle the Instagram comment, if you're live on air, if you have somebody in person,
right,
which are the only things that really matter.
Sure.
Because most people that say anything to you online would never in a million years.
They'd ask you for a picture probably. Be like, yo, Buster, oh shit, can I get a picture? Like straight up.
I'm sure you felt the same way.
And you ever reply sometimes to a negative comment and then they're like, oh, no way, I never thought you'd reply. Like, I'm actually like a big fan. Like, oh shit,
It's like, then what are you doing, dog?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. But speaking of real life thing like that, like I used to, my kind of like summer job, because I hate like having a set job where it's like you got to go somewhere and have like a boss and everything. That's never been something that I kind of enjoyed. So I always wanted to do my own thing. So my summer job when I was like younger, I was still living in Ireland at the time. And I would like just get my ball, get a music speaker, in the same way people performing like the subway here, I would just be performing on the street in Dublin. And some days I would make like $150 dollars worth or something. Some days I might make $70. But for me at like that age, I was like, yo, this is cool. I don't have to ask my parents for money. I can go to the movies with my friends. I could go party, whatever, hang out. But same thing, people would in real life, like when you're performing like that, maybe it's a weekend and I was maybe like 18. Yep. Maybe there was like a group of 20-year-olds and they'd be like, maybe I do a perfect performance for like 2 minutes and everyone's watching and I do like one little mistake, drop the ball, and some guy will just shout out like, you're shit. Oh, haha, you're so shit. He dropped it, whatever. And like, you're literally just shouting that and you're just there in real life and you got to just take it on the chin and just keep going. So I think once you for us that have dealt with things like that in real life, seeing a comment just being like, you're trash, like kill yourself. Like, it's just like, all right, bro, whatever,
the worst
man.
stuff.
This is like, I don't even care.
So ridiculous, man. Also,
what's the worst comment you ever got?
The worst comments are the true ones.
Because they sting.
Because
you're like, damn.
But if somebody tells you suck, if somebody tells you, oh, I hate your opinion about Michael Jordan, you know nothing about basketball. But when they're like, I'm trying to think of
like when you were younger, maybe you were worried about your age, maybe, and then they're like, "Oh, you're so young, like you shouldn't be doing this." Maybe you'd be like, "Oh shit."
I'm trying to even think of there, and obviously there have been for everybody like comments that actually sting because they're true,
right?
But any like random negativity means literally nothing.
Yeah,
and those true comments very rarely come in.
They rarely come in. Yeah, they rarely come in. I got one the other day that wasn't a true. Well, I don't think it was a true one, but he was like, yo, like you're literally like the most cancerous piece of trash like I've ever witnessed. I wish that your mom had gotten an abortion or something. I'm like, damn, bro, like, all right, like thanks for watching.
Whoa.
I literally just replied like, thanks for the view. I always just reply like, thanks for the view, or like, thanks for the comment. Because that's the funniest way. Like, I don't know. I always just reply with like, thanks for the view. And then like 10 exclamation marks.
Actually, I can think of one that actually hurt recently. Somebody said I wasn't going to win my presidential campaign. They said I had no chance.
What?
They said I had no chance.
Yo, my blood is boiling right now, bro. We gotta find who that was.
I've never heard anybody say my blood is boiling. What?
That's how angry I am right now, man. Yo, Buster 2020 is a foregone conclusion.
Says it in the softest voice possible.
My blood is boiling. That sounds like some horror movie shit, man.
I've got a couple questions for you.
Hit me.
These are probably the most difficult questions you're ever going to get on an interview in your life. But first one is, which word in the dictionary is spelled incorrectly?
Whatever the last name of that cheerleader was that you said.
That's a great answer. But the real answer is the word incorrectly.
Yeah, I was gonna guess that, but I didn't want to say it in case it wasn't, and I sound like such an idiot.
Who would win in a fight? A 1,500-pound duck or 1,500 one-pound ducks?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to say the 1,500-pound duck, because I feel like if it just like jumped on all of them at once,
Shaquille O'Neal
plop, just kill them all.
I mean, think about it, right? Shaquille O'Neal, let's say he's 350 pounds. We can fact check that.
You say fact check or fact check?
Fact check.
Oh, okay.
We will fact check.
I'm just trying to get Buster in trouble. I'm trying to get some controversy here. I know you said fact. Fact. Yeah.
Check Shaquille O'Neal's weight after this, but that's a couple Shaquille O'Neals in the form of a duck. So you're going with the 1,500-pound duck over the 1,500 one-pound ducks.
Sounds like last time I was on shrooms.
You did mention earlier, though, that you don't do any drugs.
I actually don't. I don't do any drugs at all. I've tried weed a couple times. I smoked weed like a handful of times when I was younger.
You grew up in California.
I mean, yeah, but when I was in California, I was still like 11 years old or 12. So that not then. Just my rebellious teenage angst years. Like,
that they instilled in you.
Mom, you don't understand my struggle. Like when you're like in those rebellious teenage years. But now, like literally, I was like, yo, this is not for me. I like being active. I like being fit. I like being healthy. It really did nothing for me. Like whatever, everyone do their thing. I'm not gonna. I hate people that are like super preachy. Like, oh, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. Everyone should do whatever they want. But yeah, man, I think it's cool to. I love hip hop and I listen to rap all day. And when you're listening to rap, like especially all the new like trap shit that's out right now, it's like everything is like lean. Everything is lean, Molly, whatever. So I think it's kind of cool.
Entire song is called that.
Entire song. And yo, I'm like vibing to that shit too. I'm like, yeah, whatever, like Molly, perks, whatever. But at the same time, I think it's cool to like have people like you or anyone else or myself just who are out there and just give a bit of balance. Like sometimes when I don't really talk about it seriously, but every now and then when I'm on Instagram live, someone will be like, dude, you look high as fuck. Right? And I'm like, yo, I actually don't do any drugs. Like, don't do drugs, kids. Stay active, stay healthy, because at the end of the day, it just always brings you downwards. It brings your energy down, not up. The only true way to have a positive and like successful mindset, I feel like, is to like do the hard work. If that's working out, if that's focusing on your passion, your purpose, everything else is like, you're just masking it. Like, you know, I do go out and drink. I drink alcohol. I have fun with my friends or whatever. But even the next day after I drink, if I drink a lot, I don't feel good. I'd rather wake up early, go to the gym, play soccer. Then you actually feel like truly good. Yeah, you feel alive instead of just masking it and trying to escape for a little bit with random substances. So that's cool. But like I said, everyone should just do whatever the hell they want if they're not hurting anyone. You know, do your thing. I
agree with that. And, you know, obviously be careful, be cautious about everything. I feel the same way. I mean, you know, apart from the fact that I am underage, apart from that fact, I've never even dabbled or thought about doing anything, despite the fact that every single one of my classmates and everybody that I work with, every artist, every athlete, everybody does everything. Yeah. What I've learned over time too is, you know, those are not the things that put you on fire. The things that put you on fire are the things that are challenging, like starting a new podcast and configuring every different format of it, or running if you're not a runner, or playing basketball or playing soccer. It's a better example for me because I don't play any soccer. Sure. You know, doing things that are challenging and
out of your comfort zone.
Stay out of your comfort zone as much as possible.
That's great, man. So why do you think that you, where did you get that mentality from of like, I don't really want to even try, like, because obviously when you're a teenager, like, you know, when I was younger, you're not a teenager, but when I was like your age, I was like,
I am a teenager.
Well, you're a teenager, 19?
18.
18 still. Damn, I thought you were 20 for some reason, whatever. Just you're a mature 18-year-old, bro.
27, 36. I'll be 35 next year, though.
You'll be 35 next year? Cool, man.
Minimum age to run for president.
But like, yeah, when I was 18, I was like, yo, I want to like try this, I want to try that. So like, why do you think that you have such a focused kind of vision already at a young age?
I think the majority of that comes from both the fact that I hated high school, was a terrible student in school, and put every ounce of my energy into the extracurriculars. Because during the day, I would see everybody doing everything. And I think, social media was a huge motivating factor for me because I would see everybody doing all these amazing things. And I knew that I could at least try. So during the day, I'd be kept in school and I'd fail in the majority of my class. Not actually fail, I'd never failed a class, but I would do terribly. I would just barely pass because I was good with making friends with the teachers and friends with classmates who would give me the assignments. And I would do every single presentation I've ever done in my high school career on books that I didn't read, on, papers that I didn't write. I wrote everything, but what I would do with the book presentations, and I've told this one time before, but I would always make sure to go second. Because you hear the first presentation, hear the first presentation, you pick up one or two things from it. Mm-hmm. I'd get something on the board, a couple pictures. Right. And I am one of those people that could just rant on anything that I know very little information about. And so I would just go off on that with that. But what it comes down to as far as school is concerned is I felt like I was trapped in, and everybody told me I was terrible and wasn't going to make it and had a terrible SAT score and all this and all that. Where as the second I got out, I was traveling into the city to host a show, and I was broadcasting these different sporting events and doing all this stuff instead of hanging out with anybody, no friends, or going to any party, none. Probably went to 5
so you're just you were just focused. Just focused. So when you were in school, like at that age, like what age are you kind of describing right there?
14, 15, 16, 17.
When did you start? What was the first thing? Hoops Nation? What was the first thing?
It was called Fantasy Basketball Community. And shit. I feel like the podcast just flipped on me, dog.
Yeah, I'm asking the hard hitting questions right here because I want to know, because I know you on a good level, but it's still on a surface level compared to like I don't know you like that well. So I'm trying to know more about you.
Podcast is the perfect setting to ask, because I'm never gonna drop the information, or you're never gonna drop the information that I'm asking you for in a normal conversation.
Exactly.
This is just the perfect setting to find out.
I want to know.
Find out the gossip.
I think everyone wants to know.
But it started out with Fantasy Basketball Community. It was a fantasy basketball. I saw that fantasy football was popping, but there was no attention or press or media on fantasy basketball. So I started blogging about it, writing long form written content with photos. Eventually, decided to evolve that into an outlet, which was then All NBA All Day. Started developing that out.
As a blog or as a
Facebook page?
Facebook page.
So I started learning how to video edit and photo edit, learn about sharing and distribution and all this other stuff. And this was before anybody knew who I was or any personal brand, anything. It was just all basketball, talking about basketball, writing about basketball through written and, video and photo edited forms of players, not of me. And then that eventually led me, when I moved from New York to Connecticut and my high school radio station, immediately jumped into that, hosting shows, broadcasting the JV lacrosse games because I was, a sophomore just getting into it. And then that eventually, led to me being very comfortable on air and, having always wanted to be a play-by-play broadcaster back then, especially. It opened up a bunch of doors as far as from a confidence standpoint, because before that I was just the bad student.
Right.
Like there was nothing else.
There was no redeeming quality.
I went through every day and just hated it. And I was doing stuff before, like buying and selling sports cards, like real OG, young entrepreneurial stuff. Yeah. Even though I didn't care about, I just wanted the most of like the sports memorabilia because I was passionate about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would be really good at fantasy sports, but that was what I had.
Right.
Nothing else. Right. Wasn't that cool?
So that's cool. So then you started doing more stuff that was considered cooler, in the regular kids
other people. But then, and I'm sure, I'm curious how it was for you as well, but when I started doing this other stuff and started Hoops Nation and started
when did you start Hoops Nation? So was that the next thing?
After All NBA All Day. And when I was doing that was when Facebook launched Facebook Live. So I started broadcasting it on my page. All these other big NBA pages saw it and wanted me to do it on their pages. So then I would
this kid's good. We should have him do it. Right.
So I started doing it on all their pages, not for money.
Right.
But for self-promotion.
Got you. And then what were you doing? Were you like, there's a Knicks game on, I'm going to live stream during this?
No, I would literally just hop on and say, ask me questions.
About basketball, just ramble about basketball.
For an hour, do 4 different pages, go 4 hours from 8 to midnight,
Damn.
go from
Okay.
10 p.m. after I got back from broadcast the game to 2 a.m.
Wow. So these pages basically just made you like a whatever, like an admin or like a editor.
An editor.
They add you in, and then you're like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just go for it. Like, let's sit down. This page done. Next page done.
That's exactly it.
That's fire.
When I first started doing all this stuff, and even before that with All NBA All Day, I would tell my classmates, and then obviously it's difficult switching schools at young ages, especially when you're in those years, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Yeah,
hard.
Yeah,
especially when you I wasn't a good student either.
Right.
I wasn't an athlete. I mean, I was, but I wasn't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was on the border of being, I had a decision to make probably my sophomore, junior. I didn't make the team. So I played JV and I was pretty good. I was all right on my freshman, sophomore JV team in Brooklyn. And then I had a decision to make sophomore year. So I tried out, didn't make it. I could have played after that, but it was a decision between, do I want to practice 3 hours every day and sacrifice all this other stuff to then sit on the bench? Yeah, I'm good. And I'm very happy that decision was made. But the reason I reference, switching schools and all that is because I'm curious how it was for you when you first started on social. And even though you were doing it before, when I started doing this stuff, nobody was a fan of it.
Yeah, people are like, oh, what a loser. Like,
nobody.
What do you think he's going to like?
Why are you wasting your time?
Right.
Like, you're a bad student. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, I totally get that. For me, it wasn't really like that, but I'm lucky enough that, I guess growing up playing soccer a lot, the countries that I moved to after the US, when I moved to Brazil for like a couple of years, I was already good at soccer. In Brazil, soccer is like, like oxygen. It's just like everyone plays soccer all day, every day, everywhere. So being good at soccer, like, kind of will, even though it was a new school and everything, it was like, oh, who the hell's this new kid? Okay, he's kind of weird. Like, he's not really from Brazil. He's like, but I speak Portuguese, so it's kind of like an outsider, but not a full outsider. He's kind of like cool. We don't know. Oh, he's good at soccer. Okay, yeah, fuck it. Like, he's cool. We'll hang out with him. So like, it helped me a lot. Then I moved to Ireland, and then like, once again, it's like, okay, I'm on the school soccer team. Like, I wasn't like ever the best player, but I was like just good enough to where people were like, oh yeah, he's pretty good. And he seems like, I was always like very, trying to like talk to everybody. I would talk to like you, I'll be always like making friends with the teacher. Then I'll be talking to like the random foreign exchange student that everyone else would just ignore, like make friends with them, make friends with like the most popular kid, make friends with like the nerds, make friends with, like, I was just kind of like jumping around. I always just like talking to everybody. So I don't know if I asked you this, but what's your star sign?
What does that mean?
Like, it's like you're Gemini, Taurus, Scorpio. You ever hear all that? Like, what's your birthday?
August 25th. So
I don't know
Virgo?
what the hell that is. Virgo? That's a thing.
Is that one? Is that a thing?
That's the thing. I don't know if it's August 25th. It sounds like it could be about right.
We're going to fact check that right now.
We're going to fact check it.
We're going to find out now.
Yeah, so I don't know. Mine is Gemini, so that's a very like social, communicative. Did you figure out what it was? Virgo. Hey.
Virgo, there it is.
All right, cool. I'm curious to see that. But yeah, man. So that helped me. That helped me a lot when I was moving around. Just the fact of, playing sports gave me a kind of common thing, just by being like pretty good at soccer. And then when I got into social media stuff, like, it was already later in the game. Like, I had already been doing this freestyle soccer thing for like years. So people already, but yeah, that when I started that, people thought it was weird because like you, I would be skipping all the parties. Like, I wouldn't want to go, or I just straight up wouldn't be invited, or like I wasn't in the circle of like 100%. the cool shit. I was always invited to go to friends' houses and this and that, but like the cool shit, like maybe the other people around my age who like they all had cars, I didn't, and like so I'd be like at this parking lot. That's where I used to practice in this town in Ireland where I used to live, because it had this light. So even when it got dark, I had this one light and I could kind of practice for like into like night, more like later and stuff. So I would just be there, and I'd be there like with my like kind of speakers playing music. I'd be sweating and stuff like, and I'd just be like practicing soccer and so, like tricks and everything. And sometimes it would be raining, and people would just be, it was like near like kind of the main road of the town. So people would just be driving past and be like, maybe say something, or maybe just be like, I could see them looking like, oh my God, like, what the hell's he doing, bro? Like, it would be like a Friday night, and I'm like 18, everyone else is like going drinking, going this, that. And I'm just there like, working on tricks, practicing tricks. And like people thought it was weird as hell. They're like, yo, this dude is weird as hell. Why is he always there every night for like 3 hours? Like, doesn't he have any friends? But I just didn't care. I was like, yo, that's what I'm trying to do. That's it. And like, I never really cared too much what anyone was thinking. So I feel like you probably developed that pretty young too. You're just like, whatever, I'm just doing my thing. So in the end, people always like it. If it works out and if it becomes successful, people will just be like, oh yeah. I used to love it when you were practicing there. It's like, no, you didn't. You used to be like laughing at me. But
no, you did not, dog.
It's cool though. For the most part, everyone that knows me was always pretty supportive. It's just awesome. A few people are always like poking fun and stuff at the start. But I don't want to sit here and act like it's like, oh, everyone was laughing at me. Not Eminem 8 Mile. Now I'm way. Like the best.
I feel this.
It's not. It wasn't like that. You know.
I agree.
Sometimes you got a little feeling that people were like a little bit like, you know, making jokes of you. Yeah.
No, as time went on, everybody got more and more supportive. But no, I like the reference to when you were playing by yourself in the parking lot, because that's why you are who you are.
Exactly. That's
not
exactly
social media.
Exactly
that's
that. And like social media can never take that away from me. Social media can't take all my career in freestyle, where I competed at like 5 world finals in a row, like all that stuff.
It's very real.
Yeah. When I lived in Ireland, I was like the national champion of Ireland, like four years in a row or something. So like, social media is great, but I don't need it to like feel like, proud of what I've done. Same with you, you know, like what the work you've put in and everything. So yeah, man, I think that you have to use social media. Don't let social media use you. Like that's, I like that. Know? Yeah.
That's good. Back to the important questions.
Yeah.
The ducks. If you're the ducks, we went over that one. The next one, we were actually talking about this earlier. Maybe it's not a coincidence, but is cheerleading a sport?
Oof. You know what? I'm gonna say it is, because it seems like it's very like athletic, very athletic, and like there's choreographies. They're legit like in amazing shape. So I'm gonna say it's a sport. Why not, man? What
I agree.
Do you think? Yeah,
I think as long as it's competitive.
If darts is a sport,
if fucking
curling is a sport, and darts is a sport, and like pool is a sport, then fucking cheerleading is a sport, man.
Yeah, man. I think as long as it's competitive, like if we just have a bunch of people, guys or girls, non-gender specific, standing on the sideline and they're just standing around because it's a bad football game, I'm not calling that a sport. But when they're jumping and tossing each other around on the mats, that's 10 times more. You need 10 times more power, strength, athleticism than the majority of other top world sports.
Yeah, not like they do backflips and back tucks and round offs and everything like it's nothing. That shit is hard. Like I tried learning a backflip when I was like younger. I was able to do it.
I want to do that one day.
Dude, like I can't do it anymore. I got like scared again and I just stopped like practicing. But there was one point where I practiced every day for like a year. And I got it. Like there's old videos I have of me doing backflips and shit. But like that is not easy. Like what they do is like not easy at all. So I respect anybody that has like a dedication to whatever they do, especially like athletic stuff and like backflips and like those parkour guys, free runners and everything. That shit is so scary and hard. So yeah.
One thing that stands out to me about even just this conversation is when you talk about some of the stuff you've tried. Like when you say try, you mean do it every day for a year. Not like do it for an afternoon.
I had my friend was a gym teacher. Like we would just meet every single day and just practice backflip. First day, he was like, I was all excited, like, I was like nervous. Oh shit, I'm gonna try this backflips. Maybe I'll be on like a big, like, those blue gym like mats or something. He's like, yo, we're not going anywhere near that, bro. I want you to do like 200 body squats. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you gotta strengthen your quad muscles first. And I'm like, damn, that's so boring and so hard. And they'd be like, cool. Now like you gotta do this exercise. And it was like literally a month before he even let me try a damn flip like on those blue mats. So it's like just the work that goes into those things. It's just And
when most people say they've tried something, they mean they thought about trying something.
Right. And I've done that too with some stuff. I'm guilty of that too. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I want to try this. And then I just kind of give up after a couple of days. So I mean, I'm not definitely like some, unfailable beast that just tries everything and goes for it. Sometimes I'm just, change my mind or can't commit or like don't have the focus or dedication for some stuff. It's just how it goes. But overall, if you try something, at least try to give it a good shot.
Right. If you are at a restaurant and your waiter doesn't come back,
call the manager, fire them.
Does that make you the waiter?
Nah, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say they're still the waiter. They gotta find another waiter. Yo, bring another waiter. Let's go.
Waiting for the waiter.
Waiting for the waiter, man. These breadsticks ain't gonna refill themselves.
Another food related question. Is a Pop-Tart the same thing as ravioli?
Yo, that is crazy. I guess it's like it's like a candy version of like a sugar version of ravioli. By the way, I love ravioli so much. Like ravioli with pesto or something. Oh my God. Crazy.
I'm glad I mentioned ravioli then.
Dude, I didn't really know how much I liked ravioli until you just mentioned it. My brain is like, yo, why haven't you eaten ravioli in so long, bro? I'm going to eat some ravioli tonight. Straight up.
If a jogger runs the speed of sound, can he still hear his iPod?
Can he still hear his iPod? Does he have AirPods? Or is he broke?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. Does he have AirPods? Come on now.
I don't know, man. I think probably
that question was probably written in like 2005.
Where the hell do you find these questions, bro?
I think this was a deep Reddit feed. So shout out to that Reddit feed.
Shout out Reddit, man. What subreddits are you a fan of? What do you subscribe to?
I look at the NBA Reddit every morning when I wake up.
Yep.
I look at the
on your phone, computer,
on my phone. I look at the general sports Reddit, and then I like just looking through the main feed, seeing some. Then sometimes I'll dive deep, and what I'll do is when I dive deep in one, I'll go to like I'll click all time best posts in a certain feed.
Oh shit!
So then I dive through like the top 30 posts that have ever been posted in the history of Reddit on each feed.
Smart.
And that's how I consume the majority of my that's A+ quality content.
Yeah,
not
that's
like
smart as hell.
General stuff. That's
not just some random dude writing some bullshit post. Yeah. That's really smart. I never thought of that. That's really cool. So if you're interested in whatever, I don't know, you're on
if you love soccer, you should go to the soccer feed, every soccer team feed.
Sure, or even more like the team,
or the general sports feed. I do that, and I will look at the top 30. So
if you had maybe an interview with like a certain player, if they had a Reddit or something, you'd be there. All time,
all day.
Yeah, that's super smart.
And I'd probably dive deep on some individual thoughts too, and maybe try to get a Q&A going.
Who's the player you've met that you were like, damn, like that was actually really fun. Like I really like their personality. Like
most guys, there haven't been that many cases where I haven't enjoyed it. The only times that I haven't enjoyed being or meeting with a certain player is if it's just an uncomfortable situation because they were forced to do something by their age and they didn't want to do it. Maybe they're too old for something, like let's say we're playing video games or whatever.
Right. They're just like, I don't want to, they're just there as an obligation.
And like, it's not my fault. It's not their fault.
It is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's the only time that it's not fun. But no,
that's good.
Never.
But is there anyone in particular you're like, yo, this person is like hilarious. Like, it's just like
Spencer Dinwiddie is a very funny man.
I don't know. I don't know anything about basketball, so you got to educate me.
He's one of the best players on the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, cool.
And he finished second last year for most improved player in the NBA.
Oh shit!
And he's been killing it this year in Brooklyn. Had a little hand injury, but he's back now for the playoffs.
Yeah, Nets. So they made the playoffs.
They officially clinched the playoffs.
Sick.
When you're watching this, it will have been 4 years ago. More like 4 weeks.
Made the playoffs is like people watching in like 2023. No, that's cool.
You know what's crazy though? And this is something I think about a lot. Since this is going to be put out on the internet, it's going to be there for infinity.
Yeah.
So this is going to be there when we're both dead.
That's why it's good that you were very politically correct at certain points. Like I respect that. It's good. You got your business on point. Sometimes I say some shit on things on the internet and I'm like, damn, bro, that is going to be there forever. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? Like nothing malicious, but just dumb stuff that you're like, you think is funny, but then when you watch it back.
That's cool too, because then you can watch it back and look at the progression.
Yeah, true. And not to say that you can't make fun of stuff. Like I don't think it's wrong to make fun, but sometimes, when you just say something, maybe it's like just something you shouldn't have said. And you're like, why did I say that? Or like, I don't know. So
you'll go back and try to correct yourself.
I'm working on it, but it's like a balance, right? You don't want to be... You don't want to say, especially with us, right? We're in a position where like you might not get a brand deal if you say this thing. Like if I'm like all here, I don't really care about politics, but let's just say I did. If I had a particular stance one way or the other, even if I did, I wouldn't share that because I know that that's going to turn off like half the potential people.
Bingo.
Brands won't want to, they'll look at your feed and be like, why is this guy talking about politics? We don't want to open that up. I'm just using that as an example. I don't really know or care about politics. So, but at the same point, you do want to have your opinion. You need to express your opinion, even if it's not the popular opinion, because otherwise what are you going to talk about? Just super bland shit all day. Just be like, oh yeah, sure. Like I like ice cream, it's great. Yeah. Oh, don't you like it? Yeah, it's great.
Authenticity plays, bro.
Right.
We've been talking about it since the beginning.
Yeah. I like people like Gary Vee, the way they do that. Like Gary Vee's like, every day I get like 2,000 comments from people saying, why do I curse? Because I fucking want to.
Was he a woman?
Yeah. No, like he's just asking like, why does he curse? And he's like, because I want to, like, yeah. And then he just like does it, even though he's like, I know for a fact I've lost millions of dollars because I curse.
I like that. That's a good impression.
Yeah. Shout out to Gary Vee, man. What a legend. He was on my flight to All-Star game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Crazy. Pretty cool.
No, I think he's definitely on point as far as that's concerned. You know, even making like little decisions like, you know, allowing guests to curse on the podcast because I think here's my opinion. I think allowing people to curse that want to curse makes them the most authentic version of them possible, which I think in turn will play better for the overall sake of the podcast than them having to moderate each and every word that comes out of their mouth.
Yeah, because then you're always on guard if you're not sure, and then
always.
So like, but also, you know, for you, it's like, as long as it's within reason, obviously you're not going to have a guest that's like completely like out of control. But if someone says
his name is Kanye West,
right,
welcome anytime.
It's like, but you know, if you just have a regular person and they curse here and there a little bit, it's not going to reflect bad on you. You know, people watching it, even people corporate or brands and stuff, like they know that people talk and they curse, and that's just how it is. And like, you can decide whether you want to say something or not.
And I fortunately generally don't curse anyways, but if I did,
heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah.
I'm
going to start saying heck.
Gosh darn.
Yo, gosh dang it. Heck yeah. I'm going to start saying heck, bro.
Flippity flop.
You know, designer.
Yes.
Designer. So I noticed him in a lot of interviews. He always says, heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. And like, I don't know. I feel like it's like good media training. Like he got the Adidas deal, and like, he's like, it's like his, you know, middle America, like friendly. I'm like a friendly rapper. And it's like, oh yeah, man. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. But I kind of like it. It's kind of funny to see like this rapper who grew up in Brooklyn, like in the projects, and he's out there super positive, like designer. He's just such a positive guy, and he's always like, man, yeah, for sure, heck yeah, man, heck yeah. I'm like, that. It's so funny that he says heck yeah, but he's
put out some bangers,
dude. I love designer. He was at this. I was at this soccer thing in London because I won the New York City Adidas Tango League. It's like a soccer thing. I was New York City MVP. They sent the MVPs from every city to London for the final. And he was like a surprise performer at this like after party. So yeah, man, it was crazy. I got to just like say what's up to him, and he was like, "Yo, where you live?" I was like, "Brooklyn." He was just like, couldn't believe it because we were over in London. He's like, "You don't live in Brooklyn?" Yeah, he was like, "Oh man, you live in Brooklyn, man? Oh damn, heck yeah." It's too funny, but he's maybe the most energetic. Him and Travis Scott are like the most energetic performers I've ever seen. They go
crazy energy.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
Travis is my favorite performer. I think Travis is the greatest performer I've ever seen.
Damn, bro.
By far.
That's crazy.
Not even
where
close.
did you see Travis?
Back-to-back nights at MSG for Astro World.
Back to back?
And then the second night I got to meet him. And I told him.
Shit.
And I told him that it was the most impressive show I've ever seen him.
That's crazy. Yo, that's insane. How did that go down? You were just like some type of brand thing or something, or you just contacts?
Mutual friends. Relationships.
You met him like in his like, green room or something, or like outside?
Backstage.
Dude,
he was like insane. In his private room. I ran into Kylie too.
That's crazy.
So we brought Aaron Judge, the baseball player,
I know
to the
him.
concert.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
That was our.
So he linked it up and shit. Yeah,
making sure he got that.
That dude is a beast.
Aaron,
yeah,
baller.
Jesus Christ, when he hits the ball, he's
the
out
LeBron of baseball, except he's young.
How old is he?
25.
Damn, man. What's his kind? What kind of money? Who makes more money, like Aaron Judge or like a top NBA player?
Well, Aaron Judge a year from now, but Aaron Judge is still on his rookie contract, so he's only making about $600,000 a year on the field.
Right,
he's making hundreds of millions off, but soon, there's a legitimate chance he could become the highest paid player in the history of sports.
Holy schmoly!
Theoretically,
Like one of those monster baseball
Theoretically,
contracts.
he could get a $500 million contract
Holy shit. That's
for
crazy.
10 years, 12 years, 13 years, whatever they want to give him.
Yo, those baseball contracts are out of here. We gotta start playing baseball.
Yo, I was about to say,
we're doing the wrong shit.
I'm looking around like, where's the bat at, dog?
Like,
Let me get a swing.
Yo, speaking of bats, bro, that's a funny segue. Yo, today I'm gonna post it tomorrow, but I mean, for people watching it's
8 years ago.
8 years ago, I posted a
Your
thing.
grandkids are watching this right now.
Yeah, Old Town Road, right? It's obviously getting played out, but it's there's still some legs in the meme. So I got this Chinese company hit me up like a few weeks ago, and it was literally like, you know, broken English, like, hello, Mr. Daniel, like, we like your Instagram.
Mr. Daniel.
Yeah. They're like, we have this
First name,
company,
last name.
Pony Cycle, and we make this like children's toy. It's like a realistic horse. And it's like crazy. It's like a life-size little mini horse thing. And the Kardashians used it on an episode of Keeping Up with Kardashians.
Wow.
David Letterman had it on a show. It's like this little horse that there's no like electricity. It's just like a mechanical thing. You sit up and down and it has wheels and shit. It looks like it's like $400. So they're like, yo, can we send you 2 of these horses? These toys, if you just like tag it on your story or on your feed or whatever. And usually I don't really do anything like that if it's not like just to like,
it's not super on brand.
I don't need anyone to send me anything for free. I'll do it if it's like good payment and everything. So, but for that one, I was like, this looks really funny. Yeah, man, secure the bag. I mean, at this point, at the start, you got to work for free sometimes. But at this point, I'm not going to do anything for free unless it's like a great opportunity. But for this, I was like, yo, these toys are so funny. And horses in the back was like in my head all that day. So I was like, yo, this is actually kind of cool. Because if they send me the horse, I could do a funny video and put horses in the back, right?
So they had no intentions of you putting that song over it in the first place.
They don't know. They're just like do a fun video. So today
this is completely coincidental.
Completely coincidental.
Wow.
They just hit me up about a horse toy.
Wow.
And I was, horses in the back is popping right now. So I was like, all right, I'll do it for free this time because the toy is like $400 and it's like really funny. It looks funny. So today I shot the video. I got a baseball bat. Here's where the bat comes in. So it's like the video starts. I come into frame. I'm like riding this horse. I got my soccer ball and the song is playing on my speakers. And then I get up, I do some crazy soccer tricks, whatever. Then I do like a dumb little, dance to the song. And then I just like slowly like put the ball down, walk out of frame and like grab my baseball bat and then just come back in and just literally smash the speakers. Like I literally just like break my speakers, just smash them to pieces and then like smash this horse like with a baseball bat. So I think it's gonna, I think people will like
that horse with a baseball bat.
Yeah, that's the new hit right there. So I was like, yo, that's going to be kind of funny. I think when I put it out, they're going to be like, damn, we sent this guy our product and he literally just smashed it with a baseball bat. Like,
I love that.
That's the new wave influencer marketing, guys. You destroy the product that they send you. That's how you do it.
Apple works with Apple, drops an iPhone from
just
10 stories up.
iPhone.
It will get more views than you just reviewing that phone.
100%. I can't wait for the day that a brand, dude, that would be better for the brand.
Viral.
I can't wait for the day that some brand approaches me and they actually want me to like break their product, like, or like do something like, whatever, like, I don't know, just something the opposite of what everyone always does. Yeah.
Post that ad on IGTV, gets 10 million views.
Dude, yeah, IGTV is going crazy. I don't even know. It's like the biggest hack right now. I feel like
the biggest.
Yeah. Is it working for you too?
Yep.
How? Yeah. You going crazy on that? I've seen a lot of people. It's not working for it now. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah. Soccer people that are trying it now.
Here's what I've noticed.
It's not working. Hit me.
Every single person that I've seen do it, and that's strictly basketball pages, you, a couple other influencers, Gary even.
Yeah.
Anybody that's doing it gets 50% more views than a normal video.
So weird. Why? Yeah, it's why.
On Hoops Nation, videos normally, like a decent video, get 100,000 views.
Yeah. With
IGTV, they get 200, 250K plus.
Why do you think that? Do you think it's less cluttered?
Them in a day?
It just gets on the explore page easier on IGTV?
Well, I'm on private on Hoops Nation for follower growth. Because if you're posting as much as I am on Hoops Nation, which is like 20 to 30 times on a really good day.
What?
Yeah.
You post 20 to 30 times on a day?
If possible, yeah.
That is insane.
Because I'll have a couple of video editors that are just sending me clips throughout the day, and we'll just toss them up. That's why the growth on it's solid. As a basketball page, like many other. And then on private, so that when people send it to their friends, they have to click follow. Rather than view it and then
leave.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
So But IGTV is pretty crazy. I've seen it, and I've seen it
nuts.
work for you as well.
Crazy,
yeah. I've been thinking about adapting it to my personal Instagram very soon as well.
Yeah, man. Here's what's been working for me is basically just I made a compilation video of my best stuff. I have a random theory that if you just repost your regular feed videos on IGTV, they won't perform as well because IGTV will see that the duration of the video is short. And if it's like a minute long video, it'll be like, yo, this, I know what you're doing here. You're just trying to repost on IGTV. Yeah. This is not like original long form content, right? So I think if the video is like, you have to use IGTV for what it's intended, right? So I think if you make a video that's at least over 5 minutes long, then it will be like, this is long form. This is like IGTV. And it's like, it'll promote it more, I think. So I made a compilation of all my craziest videos, pranks, skills, whatever. And I was just posting that shit on IGTV. I would literally post the exact same video once a week, all winter.
Come on.
The same video with the same thumbnail. First one got like 2 million. Second week, I'm literally same video. Was that
the one where you're jumping in the cafeteria?
That's the opening scene, but it's like an 8-minute video. Yeah, so the opening scene, and like I was doing like Cristiano Ronaldo for the people that just heard what he said. But yeah, so the first week got like 1 million. The second week got like 2 million. The third installment of it got like 1 million. The fourth installment of it got like 8 million. The fifth installment of it got one of them has like 14 million on IGTV. Yeah. On my IGTV, like, and literally
14
the titles,
million is a lot of views for a YouTube video.
Dude, it's like Jake Paul shit or like maybe more even.
Crazy.
So like I literally was uploading it like this. I would wake up, be like, all right, let me just upload that again. Bam. Wasn't even picking a thumbnail. The title of the video was just like the crying of laughter emoji. Like not even like title, no description. But where I fucked up was I'd have 1 million followers by now if I had watermarked that video. If I had put my username.
People were reposting it?
No, not even that. But I feel like when people are on IGTV and scrolling, they see something, it's not very instinctive for you to like go to the page that like posted
a follow button at the end.
Yeah.
That was like,
or midway through. So what I did for the most recent one, I just put the first minute of the video was nothing. Then after a minute, it hits on the top. Follow at DanielGotHits, like some like funny emojis and shit. Then like another 2 minutes into it, that was at the top. Then another 2 minutes into it, at the bottom of the video, another texting jumps in. Cause like, I feel like if things jump in one by one, it like catches your attention. Whereas if you just hit by a wall of text at the start, you just don't read any of it. So it's like, what's this new text? And it's like, follow, he posts dumb videos every day. Haha, follow him. Like literally like talking to like a 5-year-old.
Explain to me this concept of yours, dumb and ugly.
Dumb and ugly, bro. We dumb and ugly. If I do a podcast, I'm gonna call it dumb and ugly. If I do a book, I'm gonna probably call it dumb and ugly. I don't know, bro. It's just like, so everyone is always trying to be super smart on social media. Everyone's trying to be super smart. Everyone's trying to be super like attractive. Like if you're a guy, you gotta have a 6-pack. If you're a girl, you gotta have whatever, like the perfect looks and everything. So
motions to his chest.
Right. Perfect looks. You gotta have perfect personality. But yeah, I mean, it's like, I feel like there's so many kids out there that is like the people that I like, you know, being like involved, like communicating with. And it's like the random kids that are not like perfect looking. They're not like so what I try to do is like, try to just make what I'm doing really accessible and like inclusive instead of like everyone wants to be exclusive. Everyone wants to be like, look at me on my story. I'm in like the most exclusive bar. I'm in the most exclusive club. I know like the promoter. I know this person. I'm hanging with this celebrity. You're not here because I'm cooler. I'm exclusive.
That's what people push.
Yeah. I'm trying to be inclusive. I'm trying to be, everything I say is we, not me. I'm not here. Yo, we out here. Soccer gang. We at the top. We lit. Like, it's like we, because what's the point of doing something if you're not with people or like you're not able to share it? And I think and I just think like it's more like never act like you're above anyone, more so just act like if you are in the best exclusive club, which I sometimes am, and I'm there, instead of looking at it like I'm so cool, I'm better than you're watching my story because you wish that you had it's more like, yo guys, this is crazy, look, this shit's crazy, I can't believe like we out here, like I'm having fun, this is cool. And like it's not like a superior thing. It's just like, yo, we're all just dumb and ugly at the end of the day when you think about it. So that's the way I feel about it. Like I want to make people feel welcome, even if they think that because a lot of people don't have good self-esteem. You have good self-esteem. I have good self-esteem. A lot of people don't have that self-esteem. Maybe their family is not a very positive, family. Maybe their mom or dad had some issues, or they didn't like raise them with a lot of like positivity and stuff. So they don't feel like worthy. They don't feel attractive. They don't feel like
even
they're
people
smart.
that do, including myself, didn't always.
Sure,
That's
me too.
the case with most people.
Exactly. Yeah. So some people have it worse than others, but I want to basically the person with like super low self-esteem who like doesn't feel like they're like they belong to anything, or they don't feel like they're good enough, or they don't feel like they're attractive enough. I want to just make it fun and inclusive for all of us to just be like having fun and doing our thing. So it's like soccer gang, I'm dumb and ugly. So it's like, all right, cool. Like this is like an open mind that you don't need to like live up to any expectation for me to reply to your DM if you're a kid and you're like, yo, Dan, I like your videos. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? I send people voice messages. Some girl will be like, hey, I have a game tomorrow. Like, what's your advice like for the game? And I'm like, yo, like just get a good night's sleep, drink plenty of water, go have fun. Like
An audio recording.
Audio. I like sending voice messages to people because first of all, I hate typing. Okay. It just takes too long. And it's just like, I don't know. I like just pressing the button. If I'm like walking down the street, I don't need to be looking at my phone. I can just be like talking. So I like sending people voice messages.
It's good.
So yeah,
every second.
That was a long ass answer, but yeah.
That was a great answer.
My bad.
One of the things I've been doing recently as far as responding to DMs is I'll just take a photo. It's like, yo, what's up? Do you respond to DMs? Selfie.
That's cool. I like that.
Because it's like Snapchat.
Yeah. They're like, what the hell? It's like you're their best friend.
Like, yo, no, like literally they will tell all their friends.
Yep.
And it's all love.
It's good. It's like a win-win. It's like good promo for you. It's good for them.
So simple.
You guys can interact. You can interact with your audience and get to meet them, see what they're about and stuff. It's cool.
It's authentic. Authenticity plays, bro.
The fucking $80 strategy. What is it? That Gary Vee thing. $80 strategy, man.
Another question for
Gary
you.
Vee shit.
If you clean out a vacuum cleaner,
yes,
are you then the vacuum cleaner?
I mean, yeah, I guess technically.
Why does caregiver and caretaker mean the same thing?
That is a great. I have no idea, man. You're stumping me with these, yo.
Is cereal soup?
Nah, cereal ain't soup. Nah, I'm not gonna let you go that far. That's disrespectful.
If a fork is made of gold, is it still silverware?
I would say no. It's goldware. I mean, I think if you have forks that are made of gold, like trying to figure out if they're called silverware or not is like you don't have those problems. Like you got other stuff to like you're above those problems at that point. Like if my forks are made of gold, I'm not out here discussing like
whether they're in fact
I would just be like
terminology.
Too busy just like with cleaning my private jet or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
What's your goal? Where do you want to be in 5 or 10 years?
I want to be a Tinder influencer in 5 years. I was like, in 5 years, I don't know, man.
Well, you're off to a great start.
Yeah, man, off to a sick ass start. Listen, I don't really know. Like, I'm never good at knowing exactly like what I want to do. I'm very kind of scattered. Like, I like doing a lot of different things, and I'm not like really great at many of them. To be honest, they're probably not a good return on time because I'm not like great at a lot of things. But I like trying everything, man. I like trying a lot of stuff. So I just kind of go wherever life takes me. If there's a cool opportunity comes up and it sounds like fun, I like having fun. So I'll just do it and see what happens, see where that takes me. And yeah, man, I don't really have any specific crazy goals other than to just be successful and create a life that is like fun and a lot of freedom. Like I value my freedom a lot. So I could never, ever go back to I used to work at a supermarket as well when I was like a teenager, summer job. And like, I just could not have a job. I could not have a boss or anything. So as long as I just do stuff that will allow me to do what I love and not rely on anyone else for like my finances and shit. I want to just be my own boss.
Financial freedom, brother.
Financial freedom, man. So I want to get into that's one thing I want to do. I want to get into real estate. Investing like soon. Like I'm trying to, I really, really love learning about real estate. I've been like devouring real estate podcasts for like the last year.
Okay.
And I just find it like so interesting. That's something I never said anywhere. So that's cool. You got exclusive right there. But imagine me trying to sell someone a house with blue hair, man.
It's not even that. Let's say you buy a couple properties down in Miami.
Yes.
You have them for when you want to go there. And when you're not there, you're Airbnb them out shit. That then pays the mortgage on itself.
Yeah, man. See, this kid is 18. I wish I was as smart as this kid when I was 18, bro.
I want to be doing some of that stuff too.
Dude, I'm super. You know when if you basically tell the bank, yo, I'm gonna live in this property, you can get a mortgage for 3.5% down. I know you guys are like working on something over there, technical difficulties, but yeah, man, it's pretty crazy. You can put 3.5% down if you're gonna live in the property. So you could get like a duplex, like two units.
Yeah.
You live in one side, you rent out the other side, the other unit. And then, like you said, you know, the rent from the other unit is paying for the mortgage and all that shit. So I really want to get into something like that. It sounds exciting. It sounds fun. And my dad like was a construction worker. He's from Ireland. My dad moved to America with like $10 and like no contacts, no work, no like nothing. He was just literally painting walls with all the other Irish like, you know, construction workers and stuff on the job site. So I kind of grew up around construction stuff. So I'm really interested in that.
I like that.
Yes, sir.
So construction, real estate.
Yes.
Soccer.
Yes.
Is there another piece to the puzzle? Is there anything else?
I guess my music, man. I love making music. That's probably like the last piece of the puzzle.
How did that begin?
Dude, I really don't know. That is so out of left field. No, like there's no real reason or anything that I got into music. I just really like making music and listening to music. Massive hip hop fan since I was a kid. Used to listen to like old school shit like DJ Premier and Ninth Wonder, Pete Rock, like all that, Jay Dilla, like all that shit. And yeah, just started making beats, started trying to rap, like trying to, you know, whatever, sing, literally everything, singing and rapping. Like I feel like my music is like, it's a mix of like trap and like pop music, you know? So I don't know, man. I like having fun with it. So I just keep doing it and see what happens. But yeah, some people, I have a very like kind of cult following of my music. It's not huge. Like most people, when I post music, they're like, yo, fucking that's trash. Like just put soccer video. We don't want to see this shit. We just want soccer,
bro. They don't want you to live your life.
Yeah, but it's all good, man. I love making music. So, the fact that like even putting out a song, even if there's like just a small subsection of my followers really are looking forward to it, like that makes me happy. So, yeah, or when someone messages me like, yo, I just listened to your album like again on the way to school today, like it's super, you know, uplifting, super inspiring. I'm like, that means a lot to me. So that's cool. But yeah, if anyone wants to check out my music, Spotify, DanielGotHits, go check it out. Follow my Spotify because I think that helps like the algorithm or something. So yeah.
One thing I'll say.
Yeah.
I know you're not a huge basketball fan.
Yes.
But
I like
your most popular song is named after a basketball player.
Lonzo. Hey, Lonzo.
The one and only.
Man, I just like the Ball family. I know that now that song is not dating very well, right? Because that's like, didn't he just like leave and shit now?
Yeah, so there was some controversy with him, his financial advisor, his father. So he officially cut ties with Big Baller Brand, covered the BBB tattoo on his arm.
I saw that.
And is signing with Nike.
Damn. There goes my hopes for getting that song placed in like, I was hoping he would just become like the best player in the NBA.
It's even better now though, because it's history.
That's true.
It can be put up in MoMA. You could be accepting an Oscar.
Dude, thank you,
man. And a Grammy.
You know what? I feel the same way. I'm glad someone else finally recognizes this greatness that we made in the studio that day. It's not easy to come up with these lyrics, bro. Do you understand the complete Lonzo, yeah. Lonzo, yeah. Dude, that's like...
And I love that that's your number one song.
I you know that thing on Genius with the yellow background where rappers explain their song? I wish I would have got on that Genius and just be like...
We should make it happen.
Yo, let's do it, bro. If you know someone at Genius, let's get it. But you ever see the Backpack Kid on Genius?
Yes. All time.
I be flossing.
Yeah.
That one is like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
All time. Yeah. One of the most ridiculous things in the history of the world.
I love that shit.
Do you have a favorite team?
I would just say the Knicks because since I was a kid, I used to just love the colorway, like the orange and blue. And there's just something about like New York. It's just, even when I was a kid, I'd never been to New York, but it's just like New York. It's like so epic. It's like New York Knicks. Like, it's just like, I don't know, something about the Knicks. Madison Square Garden. It's just like iconic as hell. So I've always just been like, I wouldn't say I've been a Knicks fan. That would be a lie. But if I had to pick a team, I would always like say the Knicks when I was a kid because I just like the name. I like the colorway. I like New York. But now I live here, so I guess it's cool. But I live in Brooklyn, but I've been to a few Nets games. It's cool. But when you go to MSG, it's a whole other different energy. Yeah, it's a whole other energy. So I feel like we need to have good teams in New York. I feel like the Knicks need to have a good
Kevin Durant's
team.
Coming this offseason.
Kevin Durant is coming to the Knicks?
He's coming.
Why? Why would he do that?
Money.
Really? Is that like confirmed or that's like Buster exclusive right there? It's like rumors.
It's becoming more and more so widely regarded.
Really? Did he make a fake Twitter account as a random fan and like tweet himself about it?
A buddy of mine who does a lot of work from a venture capital standpoint with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He told me that Kevin Durant told him straight up.
Damn, that's crazy.
That he's coming to the Knicks.
Dude, that Knicks ticket price is about to go through the roof.
Right now, you can get a baseline seat front row for $1,000.
Yeah.
Courtside's like $3 at minimum, like right before the game, $7 at max.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 30 to 40 grand per seat.
Really?
For courtside, and then like 10 grand baseline.
That's how much one star player elevates the price?
One star, but then one star player snowballs into a couple star players.
Yeah, and it gets the hype up.
That's just my prediction expectation.
That's
so
crazy, man.
Be interesting.
Gotta start saving. I gotta start saving up.
Saving up to go to one game.
I'm gonna get that. I'll get one game. Last row in the fucking corner. Like it's not even really courtside. It's like almost in the fucking locker room. You're just like halfway down. Yo, that was funny at the end of the All-Star game too. We just randomly went on the court.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
The game was ending, and we're like 10 rows back behind the bench.
I think we're like 8. I think we're 8
rows back, whatever. And Daniel turns to me, he's like, yo, let's go on the court after. I'm like, we have no credentials to do that. We have amazing seats, but we have 0 credentials. So he's like, nah, just come on, bro. We'll just walk on.
We'll see what happens.
Fast forward to 10 minutes after you said that, we are standing on the court with nobody between us, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Clay, Jimmy Butler.
We were on the court for a good like minute and a half or something.
90 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, about 90 seconds before like someone came on.
All the players were coming.
The players were like, we literally, if I wanted to, I could have just like went up and just like
dapped him up.
I was like, what's that guy's name? Kyle Kuzma?
Kuzma wasn't in the All-Star game.
Kuzma, no. Who I'm thinking, my bad. Klay Thompson. He was there, right?
Yep.
That guy, yeah, Klay Thompson. He was like literally like 6 inches away from me, like walked past, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Klay Thompson!" Like it was pretty nuts, man. And yeah, we both took some funny videos there. And then one dude finally kind of like realized that we're probably not supposed to be there.
No credentials.
And he was just
assumed that we were sitting courtside.
Yeah, he just assumed. Yeah, if you're courtside, does that automatically like allow you to go on the court at the end? No, nothing.
They had the same access as we had. Unless they were special.
I guess because they're just celebrities. They're like, well, I guess this is 2 Chainz. I'm not going to kick him off the court. He seems to be like interacting with the players.
If Robert Kraft is sitting courtside,
who's going to tell him shit?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Unless they're a fucking Asian masseuse in Florida.
I gave you the softball for that one. I was wondering if you were going to hit it out of the park and get that baseball money contract, but
easy. I'm the new Aaron Judge, man. I'm double
softball on you here,
dude. You like baseball?
I'm a big baseball fan. I was a Yankees fan growing up.
Really?
First year I was a sports fan, the Yankees won the title. The New York Giants, the football team, won the Super Bowl the next year.
Wow.
And then that was it.
No Knicks.
I haven't had it.
What's the last time the Knicks have won?
1973.
Holy shit.
It's been a minute.
Who was like the star player of that team? Like who were
back in the day, the best players in the New York Knicks were Clyde Frazier, Willis Reed.
I've heard of
Bernard King. There have been some all-timers. Willis has actually had a game the other night. And then obviously the Patrick Ewing Knicks era in the 90s, John Starks, early thousands got very close, but unfortunately there's a dude
that was the Bulls era, right?
Yeah, that was the Bulls era.
That's
6
crazy.
titles, 6 straight years with a break in between because Michael Jordan retired. But he retired, he won 3, retired, came back, won 3 more.
In between, he went and tried baseball for like a while or no?
Yeah, he tried baseball. There are a lot of
theories about that, right?
Aspects to it. His dad was involved in gambling, and then he was murdered, and it was always his dad's dream for him to go play. So he did that, and he was also an avid gambler himself. A lot of people don't talk about.
And he was at the All-Star game as well. Like he came out and made like a 10-second appearance.
10 seconds. And he owns the team there.
Yeah, why does he hate the spot? He really doesn't like to be.
He stays out, man.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah,
he's a billionaire that stays out of the spotlight.
But I feel like
he's the greatest athlete in the history of the NBA.
He looks like he doesn't look like at the moment, like when you see him, he looks kind of like he's stressed out and unhealthy. Like he kind of looks like he might be dealing with some shit. Like he doesn't look like very.
Maybe, but then again, legend.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Has all the money in the world.
A lot of soccer players, they retire and then they turn to like drugs, they turn to gambling, they turn to whatever. Like Ronaldinho, one of my favorite players. there was some rumors about him recently that he like has no money left, and all this shit, but he's literally like my idol. But apparently he just got some complications and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man.
If you could work with any celebrity in the world, who would it be?
As in like make a video or something? Or
make a video.
Ronaldinho. Do you know this guy?
He was your first ever Instagram post.
Really? That is, I did not know that. Yeah, but this man did his research right here. He went on my subreddit and I don't have a subreddit.
Dug deep on the subreddit.
That's cool, man. Yeah, he's like
I created a subreddit.
You created a subreddit? Yeah. For me? Damn, thanks, bro. Yeah, he's my favorite player of all time.
It's just all photos of Ronaldinho.
He's a legend. He's the Michael Jordan of soccer, basically. Like, not in terms of personality, just in terms of like the like respect and like adoration for him is just like nobody. Well, maybe Michael Jordan's a bad example because people didn't like Michael Jordan like personality wise, but Ronaldinho was loved. Like, who's like a basketball player like that who like literally everyone loved him? LeBron, yeah,
he's pretty close to that.
Yeah,
Kobe maybe.
What about Iverson? Do everyone loves Iverson, or do some people not like him?
Some people don't love him. A lot of people didn't like him when he was playing
because he just says how he feels. He just rubs people up the wrong way.
He said how he felt time and time again. And he dressed different. He acted different.
He was
weren't a fan of that back then. Now everybody looks back on it, it's like, oh, this dude changed the game for the better. But back then everybody was hating on it. Similar to how all this social media stuff is.
Crazy.
But Allen Iverson's definitely one. Kobe. I mean, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, who's playing his final game.
Yeah, Dirk
tonight.
had such a good at the All-Star game. He was getting the craziest reception. Like the whole stadium was just like cheering for him when he scored. I think he scored like a 3-pointer and everything.
Had a couple straight threes.
He was going crazy.
Logo Dirk.
Yeah.
One of the dudes. So obviously on my list is like all the NBA dudes, but one of the dudes on my list you did something with, Casey Neistat.
Hey,
how did that happen?
Yeah. All right. So shout out to Casey first off. So back when Casey started the vlog run, like the epic vlog run, where he really like went from kind of like a cult, tech and like filmmaker, not even tech. He was just doing filmmaking, but like kind of like a cult filmmaking, following. He started that run where he didn't miss a single upload for like, I don't know how many days, like fucking 2 years straight or something. Right around the kind of beginning start of that, I think his videos were getting maybe like 100K views a day or something like that, or maybe a bit more. I was like, oh, every video at the end, he puts like music by such and such, and he uses their music in the vlogs because it's not copyright for, YouTube or whatever. So he could get the monetization, even though at that time he wasn't monetizing. So I don't know, but
was he not?
He wasn't. He didn't monetize for so long.
Whoa.
He was like, I don't want ads to be played in my videos. He wasn't monetizing until I don't even know when. It was like really late.
Come on, Casey.
But yeah, eventually he did. And like some of his fans were like mad at him for it and stuff. But he was like, yo, I want to monetize because I want to send my kids to college. And I was like, of course you should monetize. But I mean, respect to him. I like that. But I emailed him one time like, yo, what's up, Casey?
You hit him up.
Yeah. Yo, Casey, what's up? When I was young, like way younger. Yo, Casey, what's up? So he had one of his videos, he had his laptop open in the video. And like you could see he had a Google Chrome tabs open and shit. And like he did a fast camera movement, but if you pause it like on one frame, you could kind of make out his email, on top of the tab. If you have Gmail open, you could.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right. So I was like, oh shit. Like that's his email. That's crazy. I'm going to just very like respectfully and just one time and just see if he replies. I was like, hey Casey, what's up? Love the vlogs. Like I'm a young, at that time I didn't mention soccer. I was like, I'm a music producer or whatever. Here's like a bunch of beats that I made recently that I think you might like for the vlogs. Feel free to use them. They're all non-copyright. If you like any of them, go ahead and use them. Just attach them as MP3s or whatever. And like, I thought like nothing of it. A couple days later, he replies like, yo, these are awesome. Thanks, man. Going to use one in today's vlog. What should I credit at the end? And I'm like, holy shit, it's crazy.
Whoa.
So he started using my video. He started using my beats in a bunch of videos. One of my beats,
I didn't know that.
A lot. One of my beats that he used in those videos, it was just on SoundCloud, and it got 100,000 plays on SoundCloud in like a week. Yeah, just a beat, literally a beat. It's still on my SoundCloud. If you go, it's like the first thing on my SoundCloud, DanielGotHits. But yeah, so then one time, then I came to New York in 2016, and then he was following me on Instagram and Twitter. So he saw something about like I was in New York, and then I hit him up like, oh, I'm in New York. Like I was with 2 other friends who were like beast freestylers. And I was like, yo, Casey, I'm in New York with these 2 friends. Like they're amazing at soccer. We all do this. Like we're down to meet up sometime this week. If you want to maybe, just like, we'd love to meet you in person. I'd love to meet you in person. Just say thanks for, supporting my beats and stuff. And he replied like, yo, can you meet me here in 40 minutes? He just dropped a location, and I was like,
It was Union Square.
No, it was this is way later.
Whoa.
This was 2016. It's like it was somewhere in like Chelsea Piers or something. So we met up there. It was in the vlog. Like he's literally in the vlog. Like, all right, so now I'm about to meet this kid, Daniel. He's a cool guy, does soccer, whatever. I'm gonna go meet him. So then he goes and he meets us in the vlog. Then I still hadn't moved to New York. That was like a vacation I took to New York.
Wow.
So
There's
then when
real history, bro.
Yeah. So then when I moved to New York, then we did we meet up? I don't know if we met up. I can't really remember. I think we met up. Oh yeah, we did meet up. It's like some other random time. I don't really know. But then he's always like liking my stuff on Instagram every now and then and stuff. So then one day I did a video on Instagram. I kicked my ball over the Washington Square Park arch.
The monument. Yep.
Yeah, the monument. Like that shit is like the limit of my kick. Like my strongest kick, if I nail it, it's like exactly the limit. So I had to be like, and you could kill someone with that. Like, it's like, I don't know how tall it is. Like, it's 60 feet tall or something. Like when the ball drops, it's like a bullet. Like it's like way up in the air and then
For
poof.
real.
So I can't control it. I'm kicking this ball super high. So I'm kind of nervous, but I did it for my Instagram, just did it. And he saw it and he was like, yo, that was crazy. Like, I want you to do that in my vlog. Like, and I was like, okay, cool. And the thing is like, it's kind of a one taker because if you don't do it right, like there's like police always around there and like, they're going to be like, yo, that's really dangerous. Like, what are you doing? Right. So it's like, I was kind of nervous because I was like, I got to land this. So he's like, and he's hyping me up on his vlog. He's like, I'm here with Daniel. He's like the best soccer freestyler. Like this dude is a beast. Like he's going to kick it over the arch. I only had one ball. I had two soccer balls the day before. I did 2 takes. First take, the ball got stuck on top of the arch.
No.
Yeah. If someone flies a drone over that arch right now, they'll see a soccer ball probably. There's one of my soccer balls is on top of that fucking the monument right now. Like it got stuck. It went up and just got stuck on it. Cause I guess it's like a hollow. Maybe it's like a hollow.
It caves in.
Yeah, maybe it's just like, like
There are just
like a
hundreds
roof,
of soccer
like a
balls
roof at your house or whatever, right?
Right.
Just like a ledge, and then it's like the roof. It's
Right.
like so it got stuck up there. It didn't go. It wasn't strong enough to go up and over. It just kind of landed on top. So then I was like, damn. So I was like, damn, what if I get this stuff? It's gonna be trash. I gotta get this good on Casey's vlog. I literally put the most strength I ever did into any single kick. I was like, every ounce of like my whole life's work. I was like, bow, just like smacked it and it just went right over down the other side.
Goodness.
Who's on the other side of the arch? The police.
Of course.
Yeah. And then Casey got that in the vlog too. And they were like, yo, like you guys can't do this, whatever. But I had already done
That's
it.
the best
So
part about it.
it was cool, man. Shout out to Casey. He's truly like one of the most, he's one of those people where you meet them and you're like, okay, he's intense. It's like if you meet Gary Vee, intensity, like you could feel they're not like a regular person. Like they're not, their brain is not like regular. It's like Ryan Serhant. I met him as well. Same thing. He's a real estate guy on like $1 Million Listing. I don't know.
I like that. You're starting to put your feelers out.
I mean, that was total
estate
coincidence, but he's amazing too. I like Ryan Serhant a lot. He has like a really good following on Instagram now too. Like
following.
Yeah, like over like 1.5 million or something. I don't know.
Good evergreen content on YouTube as well.
Oh, Ryan. Yeah. You watch his stuff?
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's great. Like I love his stuff.
House tours and
that's what we did for Instagram. We did a house tour. But I was like,
I saw that.
the worst like client from hell. Yeah. Playing soccer in the shower and stuff, like
dribbling up.
Yeah, like jumping on the bed, like, oh, cool. Yeah, could I put a soccer field here? And he's like, no.
We're almost 2 hours into this.
All right, man. We could cut it. I feel like we need to save some for the next one.
I want to give you an opportunity. Is there anything that you're working on right now? Planning on working on? Getting set over the next couple weeks? You're starting your, real estate firm. You're starting your
That's a mile off.
Banking. You're starting your hedge fund.
Starting my hedge fund. Everyone swipe up to join my hedge fund.
Flying on the private jet. What do you have coming up that you wanna let me or anybody else know about? For sure.
So first off, if anyone listened this far, I appreciate you guys. Make sure to follow my IG if you're not already. That's like where everyone's gonna see all the most important stuff. So my
IGTV, baby.
My IG, DanielGotHits. Spotify, and I just got a bunch of cool stuff coming up. I don't want to talk too much about it. You guys just wait and see. But one thing I'm excited for is I got a big single coming out soon. It's called "Bad for Me," and it's the hook is like, I like you even though you're bad for me. Obviously, it's not like that. I sing it, but it's a good song. It's a popular song. I literally performed this song at like a random bar in Dominican Republic when I was I went to a surf trip in like December, and no one's really spoke much English there and stuff. And literally, like, I started playing that song, and like random people who were like 30 years old, 40 years old, 50, started getting up and dancing and shit, like women and stuff. I'm like, yo, okay, this song, I feel like Justin Bieber right now. So yeah,
Dominican Republican Justin Bieber.
Yes. So man, I'm looking forward to dropping that song. But most of all, just keep doing what I love. Just keep having fun, making people laugh, hopefully. And yeah, man, that's it. Just stay positive.
Love that.
And yeah, shout out to God. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you, my friends and family. That's it. You know how we rocking.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an absolute pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you to everyone for checking this one out.
Shout out to Buster, man.
If
fucking
you
legend.
Have not subscribe, follow, leave a comment. If you're on iTunes, leave a rating. If you're on YouTube, leave a rating. It can be bad. That's cool.
That's cool.
But just leave a rating.
Leave a rating.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking this one out. Thank you to our guest, Daniel. Hit him up on social media at DanielGotHits. Mine is at Buster. See you guys next time.